Hey everyone, my name is Feroz and I'm a sophomore at Harvard College. Here in Cambridge, I study government and psychology. Outside the classroom, I am extremely involved in theatre, student government, and being a peer advisor for freshmen. Today, I am going to talk about an experience that has shaped not only my time in college but has also changed the way that I view failure. And before I begin, I know it might be weird for a student from Harvard talking about failure. At the same time, I think it's important for me to share this experience because it's changed the way I view failure, changed the way I think about humility, and has made me appreciate and truly trust the process that is the college experience. And so the story that I'm about to tell you happened a few weeks into my freshman year. I One of my dreams was to be a part of a premier a cappella group, and before coming into college, I had prepared myself for high amounts of competition when it came to academics, but I don't think I truly prepared myself for the kind of rigor and competition involved in getting into an extracurricular activity. And because of that, I decided to audition for 8 a cappella groups within my first few days of being a college student. And that week was extremely grueling. It pushed me far out of my comfort zone. And I was face to face with people who had performed on Broadway, people who had been professional singers all their lives, and it only hit me the level of talent that I was up against once I realized that I hadn't gotten to a single a cappella group. And what was particularly interesting was the fact that back home I thought I was an amazing singer, but being rejected from 8 a cappella groups truly grounds you and makes you question whether or not you are that good at that said activity. And what I want to tell you today is not to stop and question whether you should continue doing something that you're passionate about, but to actually trust the process and look out for new opportunities that might come your way. So after getting rejected from 8 a cappella groups, there was an opportunity to direct the first year musical that came up. It was just a random email in my inbox, and on a limb I decided to apply for it. And what really interested me in the first year musical was the fact that it was a Harvard tradition and that it was the only musical on campus that was completely written, produced, directed, and acted in by first year students. And that really interested me. I was unsure and very skeptical about getting the role because I had never directed before. But after 3 rounds, after being grilled in an interview, and after being on the spot asked to direct a 10-minute musical within an hour, I was surprisingly chosen to direct the show. And even though I was totally thrown into the dark since I'd never done that before, the next 8 months of my life truly changed the way I viewed theater, changed the way I viewed my time at Harvard, and shaped the rest of my college experience. If it hadn't been for those 8 rejections within my first few weeks at college, I would have never pushed myself out of my comfort zone even further to experiment with something so different. And now, almost a year and a half after I got rejected from those a cappella groups, I could not be more thankful that I got rejected from those a cappella groups, because if I hadn't, I would not have gotten into theatre and truly found my passion within theatre as it is right now. Back in Bombay, I had acted a lot, but I'd never truly seen myself in a directorial role. And for the first time, I was given a chance to do something that I'd never done before, and something that I truly felt that I had found my place in. This was an extremely important experience for me because it really helped me find my place on campus. It made me really close to a lot of people who had similar interests, and even though it was the total focus of my freshman spring, I couldn't be more thankful for such an amazing opportunity. And if it hadn't been for that show, I would not have met almost 50% of the friends that I know now. I wouldn't be involved in any of the musicals that I am now, and I truly wouldn't have found my passion in directing. And all this long-winded story was just to say that you can learn a lot from failure. It's interesting because this one failure and what I learned from it has helped me deal with future failures, because understanding that there are better opportunities to come and there is always more to consider and more that you can do with your life helped me to cope with future failures, helped me to appreciate the process, and truly made me understand that just because one thing fell through doesn't mean everything will. And I think I'm really happy that from this experience I was able to learn a much broader life lesson, and I really hope that you can too.